Hello friends, this is Satvinder Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today's video, I'm sharing yet another draw with you. Another PNP draw happened. I'm sharing the results and analysis of that draw. Before that, I request you, if you have not subscribed to the channel so far, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration, news, updates, tips, tricks on this channel. If you like the video, share it with your family and friends, and please press the bell icon, because that way this video comes to you immediately as we upload it. So without further delay, let's get started. Today's video is about a PNP draw by Manitoba. So Manitoba PNP draw. Before I actually go into the analysis of the draw, it is very important for you to understand what are different categories under Manitoba PNP. So let's see the categories first and then we'll go further. So Manitoba PNP categories are basically divided into three types. The one category is skilled workers in Manitoba, and so skilled worker stream, and the second category is international education stream, and third category, which almost every province has, is business or investor category. So these are the three broad categories. Under skilled worker stream, we have two categories: skilled worker in Manitoba and skilled worker overseas. So these are almost self-explanatory. So one category is for those people who are already working in Manitoba. They are doing jobs in Manitoba, they have regular employment over there, whether on LMIA or without LMIA, whatever is the process, but they have the job in Manitoba by a Manitoba employer. So that is skilled workers in Manitoba. Skilled workers overseas are those workers who are planning to come to Manitoba. They are not in Manitoba but plan to come to Manitoba. So they have to do expression of interest under the international education stream, which is in short called IES. International education stream has three categories. The first category is your career employment, the second category is graduate internship, and the third category is student entrepreneur. So these are the three broad categories. Under the business investor stream, there are two categories: entrepreneur stream, and then we have farm investor stream. Manitoba is more like a flat land, so not the terrain is comparatively flat, so a lot of farms are there, and farm investor is a very good option for somebody who is into businesses or want to come under the business category. So farm investor. Now skilled worker stream is pretty much self-explanatory, but international education stream deserves a little bit of attention, because I have got few emails and messages that can you please help us explain this. So for students, international students who come to Manitoba to study, these are the three options. So let us see these options one by one before I move on to the actual draw. So the first option is under the international education stream, IES, is graduate internship pathway. So graduate internship pathway is for those students who have completed their master's and doctorate degree from a DLI, Designated Learning Institute, in Manitoba, a university or a college. They have within the past 3 years. That's important, right? So they have an internship pattern. They complete their internship, and then accelerated internship is also possible under certain categories, and then they immigrate under this. So this is broadly kind of, I tried to explain with the help of a diagram, so it's easier to understand. And once you do this, you can submit your expression of interest under IES category. So the second pathway which is available for student is a pathway called career employment pathway. So career employment pathway is for those students who come to Canada after post secondary. They take 1 year of course or 2 years of course in a DLI institute, and then after that they get a job offer in Manitoba. right? So for example, you have done some course and then you got a job, say office admin, for example, and you are working for an office, and so you have employment there, and this offer is at least 1 year minimum job offer of interest, and it is on the in-demand list. So CLB 7 is again on all the 4 band is required, and then you can submit the expression of interest. So this is career employment category. The third category is for those students who have studied from Manitoba, but they do not want to do the job. They want to start their own entrepreneurs or a business. So for those categories, there is another stream which is called as International Student Entrepreneurs Pilot. So this is a category where student has studied post-secondary after 12th. Post-secondary is after 12th. They have studied from Manitoba for 2 years, and then from of course from a DLI institute, and then after that 2 years they have started a business, and then they can send this information to the Manitoba PNP business stream to determine their eligibility and start the process, and they can file under the Manitoba Expression of Interest IES category. So this is how the 3 options are there for the student. Now Manitoba PNP draw. Now let's look at the actual draw which happened on July 14th. So this draw happened on July 14th. This is the details from the government website. I will post the link in the description box. This draw number is 150 and the draw dated is July 14th. So if we do the analysis of this draw, you will find that total number of people who were called are 366. Out of 366 people, 293, which is a major share, are from skilled workers in Manitoba, and they have a score of 699. 33 people were called overseas. Their score was 715, and 40 are international education stream. So total 366 people were issued letter of advice to apply. Letter of advice, please do not confuse. It is same as ITA, just the name is different. Letter of advice to apply. So out of 366 people, 56 have active express entry profile. So this is so important to have a profile in the express entry system. 55 people are having express entry profile and active job seeker validation code also they have it. So that's why I always say, if you qualify, please do not hesitate to make a profile in the express entry system. It is free. You do not get any, you don't have to pay any cost. Although expression of interest, you have to pay the fee. Most of the PNP programs which are there by province, they charge fee for doing the expression of interest. But the PNP program which is charges expression of interest, which charges the fee, whereas the federal, there is no fee and it is free. So if you qualify, do make a profile. Now let us look at the points system, because these points which you saw just now were not the CRS points. So when we talk about the points, they are Manitoba point grids. So Manitoba point system deserves a special attention because this is unique point system. They not only give you points but take away points. It's a negative marking, just like we have in our exams. So that way points are taken also. So here the points are taken for the risk category, risk assessment. If you have studied from another place, another province, say for example, you studied from Ontario and you move to Manitoba and you show your all these details there, so points will be deducted, 100 points will be deducted. For example, you have worked in Ontario and then you move to Manitoba, your 100 points will be deducted. So it's a negative marking system also. If you see this grid, you will find out the most important part of this grid is adaptability. Point number 5. Adaptability gives you 500 points. So important. So if you score good, if you score at least 400, 450 on adaptability, you have very high chances to get a Manitoba PNP. So what is adaptability part? Let us have a quick look. Others are of course important, but this is the most important. So I'm trying to explain you this part only. So Manitoba PNP grid adaptability section. In adaptability, the most important thing is connection to Manitoba. So if you have a relative, say a close relative, say suppose your sister is there in Manitoba and you come to study in Manitoba DLI Institute, so you will get 200 points just because that your sister lives in Manitoba. Other way around, if your brother is in Manitoba and sister comes and studies from that, so you will get 200 points. So close relative in Manitoba, 200 points. Previous work experience from Manitoba, 6 months, 100 points. Completed 2 years of the education, post-secondary education from Manitoba, you will get 100 points. 1 year will get 50 points. You have a friend, a close friend also, that will also give you 50 points. So if you make it all these points, the total comes to 500. There is Manitoba demand also. The Manitoba demand is for usually ongoing employment in Manitoba for 6 months or more with long-term job offer from the same employer. So that will give you 500 points. You can also get 500 points under strategic initiative also. So these are different categories. If you score here, very high chances you will be able to easily get the PR through Manitoba PNP. So Manitoba PNP snapshot, I just want to give you a quick snapshot. So in July month, Manitoba conducted 3 draws, 4 July, 16th July and 18th July. So the one which was conducted on 18th July, I didn't talk about it because it was just a Ukraine draw and only Ukraine to help the people who are suffering from the war casualties in Ukraine. So 11 people are called for 18th of July. So that I didn't talk, but I have added here. So if you see the total, Manitoba so far have issued 3,466 letter of advice to apply. So this is so much of number they are generating, and I'm sure they will reach out to something like 7,000 or 8,000 at the end of the year. So if you want to know anything, any visa program, any immigration program, Canadian immigration program, you can reach out to our office. Our office is located in Brampton. Email ID and phone numbers are shared here with you. You can make an appointment and discuss your case. So one important thing, which is if you have not subscribed to the channel so far, please consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.